My husband came to me with the divorce agreement in order to prevent that girl from being labeled as the other woman. In the 5th year of my marriage to Gregory Chapman, the girl he kept in a hotel was exposed, and it became public knowledge. To keep her from being labeled as the other woman, Gregory came to me holding the divorce papers and said her father, Harold Palmer, helped me back in the day. Before he passed, he asked me to take care of Alice. Now that this has come to light, I can't just ignore it. Over the years, Alice Palmer had always been Gregory's first choice. In my past life, when I heard this, I broke down, yelling and refusing to divorce him. It wasn't until I fell into severe depression that Gregory, after hearing Alice say, "Catherine doesn't look like she's sick," concluded that I was faking my illness. He thought I was just playing hard to get and setting me up to accuse me of cheating, and he filed for divorce. It was then that I realized I could never compete with a favor owed. In despair, I tried to take my own life. When I opened my eyes again, I didn't hesitate to sign those divorce papers. "Catherine, after this is all over, will you remarry me?" I was sitting on a stone bench in the villa garden, lost in thought when Gregory and Alice walked up to me. Just 3 hours ago, Alice was exposed by the paparazzi as Gregory's lover. The whole internet dug into her past, calling her the mistress who ruined the sweet love between Gregory and me, a homewrecker. Gregory's image as the loving husband collapsed, and the Chapman Group stock began to tumble. In my past life, when Gregory came to me with those divorce papers, I was furious. I tore up the roses he had planted for me in the yard and screamed at him, demanding to know his relationship with Alice. She was just the daughter of his mentor. There were a million ways he could have handled this, but he chose to sacrifice me. He did it only to avoid worsening Alice's depression. What he didn't know is that, during the media frenzy, I had been diagnosed with moderate depression. "Catherine," Gregory called my name again, pulling me out of my daze. I looked down at the divorce papers on the stone table. He kneeled on one knee before me, his deep eyes fixed on mine. His warm hand gently covered my hand, his tone coaxing and gentle. "Catherine, please, for me, will you? We'll tell everyone that our marriage was already on the rocks. We planned to divorce a year ago, but just didn't find the right time." I stayed silent. Behind him, Alice, dressed in a white dress with Gregory's jacket draped over her shoulders, had pale lips and red, swollen eyes. "Catherine, please help me," she pleaded, her voice weak, tears in her eyes. "My mother killed herself because of online bullying and depression. I don't want to follow in her footsteps. Please, Catherine, I'm begging you." Just as Alice was about to kneel, Gregory quickly stood up, caught her, and held her close. His face darkened as he softly scolded, "What are you doing?" Alice swallowed, her voice still trembling with emotion. She looked down with her tearful eyes. I just want Catherine to feel better." Gregory's expression grew impatient, and he looked at me, the tenderness in his gaze fading completely. "Catherine, I didn't come here to negotiate. I've already made up my mind. If you're unwilling to divorce, don't blame me." I slowly looked up to meet his gaze. His words stopped, but I knew what he was about to say. He wanted to say, "Catherine, you know my methods. I have countless ways to make you sign those papers. If we go to court, you won't win against the Chapman Group's lawyers." Those were his exact words in my past life. Eventually, I was set up and sent to the beds of several male models with proof of my affair. Overnight, I became the adulterous woman, publicly humiliated, while he and Alice were seen as innocent victims. "I can sign the papers, but you have to promise me one thing." After a long pause, I spoke. Gregory glanced at me and then nodded in agreement. He handed me the pen, and without any change in my expression, I signed my name on the divorce agreement. "Aren't you going to look over the agreement again?" Gregory asked, furrowing his brow. I smiled faintly. "No need." He left with almost nothing, giving up all his assets to me, just for Alice, just to repay a past kindness. "Take some time tomorrow to go to the courthouse," he said. "Okay," I replied. Gregory paused for a moment with the divorce papers in his hand. He looked at me, his eyes filled with confusion, but in the end, he said nothing. As they were leaving, Alice turned around and shot me a mocking glance, her lips silently moving. "You lost." "I did lose. I lost last time, so now I didn't want to lose anymore." After a while, my phone lit up with a message from Gregory.